All right, 2025 Road Glide 117. Looking forward to riding this one. Just got off the Street Glide, so I'm doing a Street Glide Road Glide comparison. If you came over from that video, welcome back. But here we go on this Iron Horse metallic color. It's beautiful. Nice little flake. The badging, fantastic. Let's hop on. I am 6 foot tall, got a 32-inch inseam. My Indy Ridge boots are flat on the ground. I got a nice little knee bend. So this bike is going to fit a whole assortment of different people's heights. 5'6", 5'8", no problem. 6 foot, like me, no problem. 6'2", 4", you're not going to have a problem at all sitting on this guy. Skyline OS opening up. Welcome, says Harley Davidson. We're in neutral. Got the exhaust. Oh, that sounds sweet. We are in road mode to start, which is fine by me. Ooh, that turn, nice and tight. I like it. Let's eat. Whoa, rev limiter at 65. Third gear. I don't think there's a rev on third. I haven't been able to find it all day. Nice. All right, seated here. I got a little bit of a cupping action, but not as comfortable as the Street Glide. But it is cupping me in my buttocks. So it's keeping me in place and giving me some confidence, and it's comfortable. It's like I'm sitting in a chair, feet straight down, and I got some room to maneuver up and down the floorboard to make adjustments to make myself feel more comfortable based on my fatigue or the riding position I want at the time. But basically it's an upright sitting position. My elbows have a slight bend to them, and they just fall naturally on top of the bars. These mini apes look to be about 8-inch. Very comfortable. I would not want to change them out. I think they're perfect, actually. I like a little bit more of a performance position to my bars, and I believe these give you that. As I go to a slow speed situation into a stop, I don't feel the nose of the bike pulling me down and influencing how I need to operate the bike. I still feel in control, which I'm enjoying that aspect of it. I like how they got these little wind adjustments here to deflect off your legs. I'm gonna go through it in sport mode. One click on the mode button goes up to the next mode. One press on the bottom half of that is your right turn signal. Road Glide has these little pockets, fit a water bottle, has a charger right there for your phone. Uh-oh. I tapped the engine power button in that maneuver. Woo! Oh yeah. A little bit smoother accelerations in sport mode than over road mode. That's the difference that I'm recognizing. But just like the CVO version of this, very smooth in 45 to 70 miles per hour in third gear for this demo. The CVO is a little bit throatier on the exhaust. It's got the 121, so the folks that are ponying up the extra money, you get it in paint and you get it in performance. But this 117 version compared to the 114 version with the Skyline OS, if you're buying a 2023 or earlier model of the Road Glide, great bikes, but I'm liking these a lot better. see how this turns. Yeah, oh yeah. This turns way better, I feel, than the Street Glide. And that's the answer right there. I get a lot more confidence when I turn this motorcycle than I did with the Street Glide. I don't know if it's because the fairing's attached, but I experienced a similar feeling with the Lowrider ST. It also has a fixed fairing, so I have to assume that it's just how it's attached to the frame, and when it turns, the visual that I get is telling my brain that you're good, you're confident, give it some gas, go through the turn. And I didn't get that feeling with the Street Glide. So I think that answers it for me. I like the Road Glide better than the Street Glide. I'm a shark nose guy. I am not a bat man or a bait man. I'm a shark man. But that's the difference, you know. And I think that the population is also in agreement, because the Road Glide has been, for the last 3 selling seasons, outselling the Street Glide. Street Glide used to be the #1 seller, and Road Glide, Tour Glide before that, then the Road Glide model had a slow climb to the top to overtake the Street Glide. Now, I like that killer drawer that comes with the Street Glide, you know, the slide-out drawer to put your phone in. But, you know, I can deal with the hole, the scoop, drop your phone in. I was noticing in my Street Glide ride on this road, the bumps were more prevalent and caught my attention, where with the Softails they did not. Road Glide doing a little bit better than that Street Glide. Not sure why. Maybe that one particular demo model has a problem. It shouldn't, but maybe it does. Maybe it's got a bad fork seal or something up front, but I'm not feeling the road as much as I did with that Street Glide example. But I know that I'm not floating on a cloud. I know that I'm moving. So it just feels normal, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, but the more I'm looking around, and this feels good. This feels nice. And sitting and riding on it, it feels like the Heritage. If I had to pick a Softail, as far as the seating position is concerned, the Heritage has the closest seating position, followed by the Fat Boy. But then in a touring model, this has a superior riding position of what's available, I feel, over the Road King Special and the Street Glide. And in the touring line, the Road King Special is my favorite bike, mainly due to the nostalgia of it and the ability for it to strip down into a bar hopper commuter during the week, and then nice turn, very smooth, not jumpy with the throttle, even though it's in sport mode. But I can throw a front fairing on that Road King, a lower fairing kit on it if I wanted to, and then take all that off and then strip it down to a regular bagger, or a regular, cruiser. And that does appeal to me. What doesn't appeal to me this year is the Road King Special is 114 and not 117. But it is all analog. It doesn't have the ride modes and all that kind of stuff. It's the last true Harley Davidson left. So if that's of interest to you, you should snatch that up. But Road King and Road Glide. Now the frame on this bike is the same frame they've had for many years. It's over a 10-year-old frame. But the electronics are all updated. So you got your 6-axis IMU, tire pressure monitoring system, lean angle control, wheelie mitigation, all that good stuff is built in. You have the engineered rumble. Get a little bit of vibration here at idle, which makes you feel like you're on a Harley. The seating at my crotch area with this big tank. On the Road Glide is a little bit better than the Street Glide. Street Glide, I was splayed out a little bit more wide, and it was a little uncomfortable. I'm sure my muscles would get used to it if I owned the bike. Road Glide's a little bit more tapered in with this particular seat, and I'm sure if you make an adjustment with your seat that you can control that width a little bit. But I'm just talking about it as it sits, riding it right now. All right, let's get some speed going here in this turn. Oh, beautiful. Woo! Their limiter at 66, and I've caught up to everybody at gear 3, and I'm at the mercy of how fast they're going. But yeah, it's fantastic. Getting a little bit of wind. I'd probably throw in some earplugs, maybe change out my helmet to I'm using a Biltwell lane splitter helmet. It's a modest $300 helmet. Probably get a showy and enjoy that. A little bit of quietness to help with that. But you can adjust your windscreen and get a different windscreen from Harley or third-party manufacturers if this height doesn't work for you. It doesn't have any electronic, up and down motion like some other brands do on their highest spec bike. But, it is what it is. I think the value in these bikes these days for what you're getting is on par and beats the inflation calculator for your same investment you would have made 5 years ago on a Road Glide or Street Glide from Harley Davidson. Low speed maneuvering, much more confident and easier, I think, than with the Street Glide. I don't know what it is, but I'm enjoying it. Can't change your modes when the clutch is pulled in, FYI. Here's going to be the true test. Yeah. Very nice. Very manageable. Low speeds. You would think it'd just fall over, but it doesn't. It holds itself up as long as you keep the bike in motion. See how quickly we can find neutral. Bam, that was quick. Kill the engine, kickstand, easy to find, dismount, very nice. So 2025 Road Glide 117, fantastic machine. The fixed fairing, like the Lowrider ST, more agreeable to me than the Batwing fairing, even though the Street Glide is an awesome bike. This one, just for me, felt better. And I think it's a few $100s more than the Street Glide, and to me it's worth it. It's worth every penny of it. I'm going to give the 2025 Road Glide my thumbs up for the All-American Touring machine. I think it's the one that you want, the one that you need to have, in my opinion. But let's look at that Road King Special one more time. Because, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Same frame, but you can dress it up or dress it down. And if you want to know more about the Road King Special, go ahead and click right here and check it out. And I will see you there. Take care.